Hey everybody, Logiconik here, and today I'm going to be trying something new. Now, you may have noticed that last week I didn't do a vlog, and that's because I had an issue with my Kindle not wanting to sync up to my computer. So, that's what happened there, and I'm sorry about that. It would only really bring in the first 2 minutes of the video I made on it, which I thought was weird, but I decided I want to try this format now for my vlogs, which I'm going to call this a game and gab. Basically what I'll be doing is playing a game in the background while I talk to you guys, because the thing I noticed in my vlogs is that I was really awkward in front of the camera, and I'm less awkward when I'm talking and doing something else in the background, like playing a game. So this is just something for you to see visually while I talk to you, and something to focus on. So hopefully you enjoy it, and let's just jump right in. First of all, channel news. You may have noticed that I didn't do a Twitch stream in the last week like I said I would. I didn't know what was going on with Twitch. I was really bad at setting it up because I'm pretty new to it, but I figured it all out now, and as soon as Easter's over, I should be doing a stream. So look forward to that, and like I said, I'll still be doing Firewatch. I think that's the name of the game. And I also just wanted to ask you guys what you're liking in my channel. Everything's kind of experimental at this stage. I haven't figured out what direction I want it to go in, anything like that. So please tell me what you like, what you dislike, the kinds of videos you want to see from me, because I want to take you all's opinions into consideration when I'm doing it. So just leave comments below. Let me know what you think, what I could improve on, what I could do differently. If there's anything completely new that you want to see, and I will definitely take that into consideration when making my videos in the future. Any editing styles that you would like. This guy would stop ramming me. That would be great. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is like I said, game and gab is what I'm going to call this type of video. If you like it, it'll stick, hopefully. I'll make some more of them. And I'll basically just do the same type of thing I was going to do with the vlog, but with this instead of my face in front of you. Just something in the background. So, what I talked about in the vlog that never got uploaded was passions, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about those again. And just say whatever I'm thinking about them, whatever I feel like I wanted to say before. First of all, what is a passion? I think of a passion as anything that you love doing, you want to do, you feel motivated to put your energy into just because you love it that much. And it's a very important thing. People chasing their passions is what we see every day in celebrities, in people who just create these incredible things, put together companies. That's all people following their passions. Some of my passions, as you probably have figured out by now, gaming, music, voice acting, voice coaching, getting rammed by cars from behind, stuff like that. So those are some things I'm passionate about, and like I talked about before in my Getting to Know Me vlog, those are some things I've been chasing more closely again, which I'm so happy about. And it seems hard to chase passions, but you need to do it anyway. You need to push through and just follow whatever your dream is. And there's this big misconception that a passion has to be something on the artsy side of things, something like music, designing, drawing, but it doesn't. Everybody thinks, not everybody, but a lot of people think of passions as something that artistic people are doing, when in reality it's just anything you're passionate about. I know some people who are passionate about math, some people who are passionate about science. It's really just whatever you love, whatever you want to pursue. And it's good that there are people passionate about other things than the typical cliche passion project type deals. Because without that, we wouldn't have the world we live in. If nobody was passionate about science, we wouldn't have had some of the breakthroughs. If nobody was passionate about architecture, we wouldn't have some of these incredible buildings we do. If nobody was passionate about politics, we would have anarchy. Things like that. So it's good that everyone has different passions, and don't limit yourself to thinking of the typical, I'm going to be famous because of my passion, because not everybody gets famous because of what they're passionate about. And some people are perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't expect to get famous off of this, but it's what I love doing. It's what I enjoy, so it's what I'm chasing. And an important thing to do with passions is to learn your balance. What I mean by this is, I'll give an example. Whenever I first started playing guitar, I got my guitar and it was in middle school, so I had all kinds of free time. And what I would do is I would sit down after school 8 or 9 hours every single day and I would play guitar. And it was wonderful. I loved doing it. But after a while, I was playing music so much and doing it so often that it lost that flair for me. So I kind of dropped out of it after a couple years at uni studying it. And I just didn't want to be involved in music or play it really anymore. My piano was sitting in the corner collecting dust. My guitars were collecting dust. I hadn't changed the strings in months and months. And that was just, I had hit my limit on on pushing myself with music. Which is sad. It was really sad. And once that happened, I didn't know where to go from there because that's what I had always done was music. That was my big thing that I had picked. So I didn't know where to go. And you have to learn what that point is for you with everything. Because I know plenty of people who could spend that much time on whatever they love doing and just be perfectly content doing that for the rest of their lives. But I also know plenty of people who have to branch out, do other things, because you can get burnt out on even the things you're passionate about. So you have to learn what that point is for you, that you need to be doing something else and not focus on your passion a little bit. Maybe you only do it for a few hours a day because that's all you have in you. That's not a problem. And I'm going to wait for the next subject until the next race starts. So I'm going to have this little waiting period here until we launch into the next race because I don't want to bore you with watching a loading screen. So I'll see you in a minute. And we're back to this little screen. We're about to launch the race, so I'm going to jump back into it. Apparently we're only doing the Hotline Ring races today, which I've never done. I actually haven't launched GTA in weeks, but I thought I'd jump in because this is one I can mindlessly play while I talk to you guys. And because of that, sorry about my racing. I know I'm not doing well. But, jumping back into the topic of passions. The next thing I wanted to say is that I know I personally and a lot of people I know have been told from a young age by many people, and just this notion in society in general has said that you can only have one thing that you actually pursue passionately, which is a lie. You should be able to pursue as many things as you want to. Because I know that I wouldn't be where I am today had I not pursued more than one thing. And like I said a minute ago, for the longest time, I did pursue just music. But once I got into theater and started doing lighting and set design and actually drawing out sets, light plots, things in theater, that's when I found that I was passionate about a lot more than just music and sound. And it's a wonderful thing to learn. It's a wonderful thing to do, to have more than one passion. And on that same subject, you should give everything you can a try. Just dive into whatever you see that looks even vaguely interesting to you, because you never know where you're going to find the thing that you love. I didn't want anything to do with theater. I thought it was dumb. I hated it. And then I did it. I started designing sets, I started building sets, and I fell in love with it. And while it's not my passion anymore, I still do have a deep appreciation and love for theater. And I think I always will. So, give everything you can a try. Don't be afraid to, and it's so easy to make up excuses for why you can't. I can't afford the software. I can't afford to go do this. I don't have the connections. If you really want to do something, you can find a way. I hear people all the time coming to me talking about audio, saying that they can't do it because they can't afford this great workstation, this great mic. Honestly, the setup that I used for quite a while when I started recording music and doing music for people was this cheap $40-ish audio interface with this one of those $10 mics off of eBay, and I used Audacity, which is completely free as a workstation. So you can find a way to do things if you really want to do them. There's free software for just about anything, and no, it doesn't compare to the professional grade stuff. The things that I used then don't compare at all to what I use now, but I was still able to make quality things with them because I wanted to. I worked hard to be able to do that. So, go ahead and put yourself into that, whatever it is you find that you love, and find whatever means necessary to dive right in. We're obviously not all a bunch of rich people who can just go out and buy the most premium things for everything we want to do. And that's good. We shouldn't do that. I feel like you learn what you're passionate about more so when you're doing it on cheaper, less effective gear. Because I wouldn't have put in nearly the amount of hours or the amount of effort to make my music and my sound the quality that I made it had I had premium equipment to do it with, because I would have thought, oh, this is good enough because obviously this equipment's carrying me, it's doing all the work for me. So do what you can with what you have, and later on down the line you'll be able to invest more into it if it's something you really love. And if not, you saved a ton of money because you didn't just jump in with the best of the best. So, and a lot of people with their passions, they play it safe. You kind of sit back, watch other people do it, take some small notes from those people, and just do whatever is easy, whatever is quote-unquote safe, the safest route. I highly disagree with taking this approach because you're never going to make a difference in whatever field you're going for unless you're willing to step outside the box and do something that nobody else is doing. So, take the risk, take the chance, jump head first into whatever it is, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anyone tell you that your ideas are too out there to make it. Some ideas might be. You'll have to figure that out on your own. But you can figure it out on your own. So, that's pretty much just my 2 cents on passions and why you should follow them, how you should follow them. I know I didn't get into too many specifics about that, but just go for it. Do what you can with what you have, and see where it goes. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this little quote-unquote vlog. It's not a vlog. It's a game and gab. I'm going to coin that phrase. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. If you thought that it wasn't that great, let me know that too. I felt a lot more comfortable talking to you in this scenario than I did in the vlog scenario. So, we'll see. We will see. Just let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you liked. Please leave a like on this video if you did like it. And feel free to subscribe if you're not already. And I know I was a terrible racer today, but hopefully you took something away from this that you can use practically. And thank you so much for watching. This is Logiconik, signing off.